Welcome back to Crownspiracies, the podcast where pageantry gets personal. Each week we're unwrapping the sparkle, the stories, and the secrets behind the crown. And boy, do we have an episode for you. Krisann is back from Miss USA, and she is here to tell all about her experience. We took a couple weeks off to travel and do fun things like this, and now we're back to spill all the tea on what happened and what went down at the much anticipated event that just happened in Reno, now that Miss USA is under new ownership. Krisann, you want to just give an overview of how your time was in Reno about Miss USA?
So the whole reason that we went is we like to provide opportunities to our queens in order to have fun experiences, and all of them were really looking forward to the Miss USA competition, especially under the new leadership. So we decided to take our queens and we rented out a house on the lake, which was super nice. And we, had all the fun activities and stuff. We made it kind of like a mini bonus trip out of the Miss USA experience. We did watch the teen finale through the broadcasting network that the organization now runs through. I guess it's the Queen's Beauty Network or something like that. Something along those lines, which was interesting. Their live stream. I mean, you obviously had to pay for it, which I miss the days when Miss USA was on TV, and hopefully they do. I think it eventually can get back to that. But for right now, it was streamed and you had to pay. And also the cost of the tickets that we had to pay for was insane, considering we weren't even in the main level and it was over $200 a ticket. And what really irritated me about that was that they were giving out free tickets to people in the casino to fill the spots. We had to pay an astronomical fee, but I literally witnessed hotel workers and the venue giving out tickets to Miss USA for free to fill spots in the theater, which I guess that's on us. We should have probably just hung around and begged for the tickets ourselves. But no, we paid 16 times 200.
I was a communications major. I can't math, so somebody else do it.
I don't either. I don't math either. I know it was very expensive, and we weren't even in the main section. The cool area we were in, though, we were right by where the commentators were, so we got to see Danny and Noelia and your friend from Giovanni, Andrea, I think is her name.
Yep.
They were the best part of the entire show. That was definitely they were phenomenal. I would probably have preferred them to the MCs, in my personal opinion. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. You can definitely tell that it was thrown together last minute. The casino that we were in was under construction. That was a whole adventure trying to get around to the self-parking. That was a whole thing. And parts of the hotel itself were also under construction. It was interesting. You can definitely tell that it was thrown together. Even with the production, you could see that the screens weren't formatted properly, and there was the sparkle from the original screen when they were playing their videos and stuff, and there was a lag in the streaming, and the ads were the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again for both shows. And it was just even the poor MC. Now the teen MC, I think they should give her another shot, but that was rough. And I don't blame her for that. I mean, she was standing on stage ready to announce the results without the result cards in her hands. And then you had someone running out and giving her the result. I'm it was what is happening?
That's literally my worst night. I've had that fever dream before, like a nightmare. I've woke up sweating thinking that happened to me at internationals, that I either wasn't ready to go on stage or didn't have the right materials. And I was like,
and that happened both nights. The MC went out without the cards. They didn't have them. And then someone had to run out or hand them out or whatever. The other thing that really irritated me about Miss USA is, do you know how we make a big deal out of our formers regardless? And I'm talking formers from years ago, right? They have a special spot in the audience, or we still make a big deal out of them. The second Addie Carver gave up her title at teen the night before, she was sitting further back than we were in the peasant seats for the finals of Miss USA. That, to me, I was that shows I don't know. I guess just because I'm picky with how formers are treated, and I don't know. That irritated me.
Especially the very most recent former that was just on that stage 24 hours ago. That's insane. I mean, it doesn't really sound, and I can't say because I wasn't there, but just from what you mentioned, it seems like there's still, and I know, don't come for me, anybody, Tom, don't come for me about this being very rushed, this whole process. I get it. I understand things take time, but doesn't really sound like this kind of matched up entirely with the probably production level that they were putting out as far as like what they were talking about of like what they envision this to be. And again, I understand it's going to take some time to get there, but as far as like just the basic logistics, it sounds like it wasn't all,
No,
doesn't
and
sound like a very well-oiled machine over there.
I can't imagine having to throw that together in the amount of time they did either. That had to have been difficult, but there were
Yeah.
so many, like, even down to the red carpet that was outside of the small little area that they had outside of the venue for the theater itself. It was dark. There were no lights. Even their presser, because Mackenzie was one of the first few people to interview the Miss USA. There were like 4 people there to interview her. And I get it. Again, rebuilding the brand and the reputation and doing this all with the short amount of time. And I'm sure that if Tom's like sees this or whatever, he's one to clap back. And I know I've sent it in the group chat, but like he claps back a lot. That's not a great look either. If that was Holly or I clapping back, it would push
Oh
people
God,
away.
please. Y'all don't want to see me clap back. Y'all will block me if I clap back. So watch yourself.
And don't get me wrong, the things that he's clapping back to are all valid. Like it takes time to rebuild a brand, but like
There's
that's
a
it,
time
it
to
comes off
ignore. Yeah.
bleep this. It comes off I think he
Yeah.
needs to have someone talk to him about how to respond to the negativity, or maybe even better yet, don't.
A great one for you. Shameless plug. Sydney Brett PR. Hire that girl. Hire that girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
She can teach you all about that because that's exactly what that is. But yeah, there's a time when to ignore trolls or people that just make stupid comments like that of like not expect. And again, I don't think anybody was expecting this to be done perfectly because of
No.
because of the whole timeline of it. No, but we understand. We get it. But at the same time, basic stuff of like your MC not having the results cards,
My
that's just
favorite
like
was
basic production.
during the teen, the MC got the cards and she's like, I'm going to be reading these names in a particular order because we have our fan favorites. And then she starts shuffling the cards and she goes, oh, I guess this looks right. And then starts reading them.
Yeah, see,
Like,
that's God. Yeah. No, that's no good. In my opinion, at least just like you should I understand there's probably a lot of chaos going on behind backstage because I get it. I do the whole thing during Internationals week. I am literally sprinting in 6-inch heels from side to side of the backstage area. I completely understand and I can say this with full confidence. There is never going to be a time where backstage is not chaotic for any reason.
yes.
But at the same time, you have to make sure, because that's always, for us at least, priority number one. Whoever is on stage, making sure they are fully prepared to go out there and at least start the show and do it efficiently while we manage the craziness backstage. Like you running backstage and making sure that I have everything I need when I'm on stage, or vice versa. Of like when you're on stage, like you have everything you need. And if you don't, I'm running through the side and I'm putting it through the curtain so that you can just quickly grab it and nobody even knows. Like things like that is where just the overall level of production, I mean, just needs to step up in full honesty. Tom, if you see this, clap back. I don't really care because that's just, come on.
Yeah,
That's step number one.
it's definitely about the optics, and especially at that level of production, the small things you can't be making it. Like, for example, sending out someone from across the other side of the stage to run across to where your MC is. Bad optics. Bad optics. To
They
send
did
them
that?
around the other side and hand it out with just one hand. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like sending
God.
a full human to run across the stage. Like, oh no, things like that. You gotta, and it's a great learning experience for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I'm like we had our first bumps in the road the first year that we did our international competition. Like we learned a
Yes.
lot, like Holly said on the last episode. It's all a learning experience. And I understand that again, their entire team was stepping into this very much last minute as far as like what timeline is really needed to put on an event picture perfectly at this magnitude. So I get it. Everybody's doing their best out here, believe me. But at the same time, it's like, I hope that they did learn from all of these little things of like, okay, this is how we're going to make sure this doesn't happen again next year. So that's my hope.
Yes, I have full faith that I'm hoping, I'm still giving them the benefit of the doubt that these little things are going to be they're going to work themselves out, iron them out, and learn from the experience. Now, the competition itself, the ladies that competed, phenomenal caliber of competition. Now, this is the perfect example of like different judges, different results, different day, because that was not a lot of people that I thought were going to do really well did not. People, even after they started calling the top group, I'm like, whoa, like, and then after top 20, because then you start to, once top 20 is done, you realize, okay, and the 20 included 4 fan favorites, which I don't like that. I don't like fan favorites getting into the top. If you're going to do one, that's one thing, but you're leaving
Yeah.
out people that deserve to be in that top 20.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do that, do a top 25. So you can have 5 extra people plus 20 women that
Made it
worked to get to
on
that point.
merit.
I mean, you could say it's the other way around too, of like if they did 5, you have 15 that like as far as like scores go, when I say worked to get to that point, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I personally have never been a fan of the like people's choice vote. That's never
Me
been my
neither.
thing. I personally have always felt it was kind of an odd concept in my opinion. Not like odd, but I don't know. I don't get it,
It
to
is.
be honest.
It's a moneymaker for the organization is
Yeah.
what it really is. I mean, call
Yeah.
it what it is, and the reason why we don't do it. It's a moneymaker for the organization, and it's a clear moneymaker. And I get it. You're trying to rebuild and put something on with,
Yeah.
you know,
I also feel like it's kind of like not a popularity contest, but like it kind of
it is.
I don't know. It doesn't really seem like like it kind of like, oh, here's the girl that didn't make it, but everybody wanted in there anyway. It's kind of like the participation trophy, Like I feel like it doesn't really give anybody a sense of like personal value at least in my opinion. It wouldn't give me a sense of value of like, dang, I didn't make it on my own scores, but hey, people voted enough times and paid enough dollars to get me up there. Thanks. Like that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I
But
think the people's choice should be something where if they're going to do it to make money for the organization, maybe have like a smaller little prize package, like, hey, give away a purse or a laptop or whatever the heck you're going to give the person, and then
right.
call it a day and announce that privately. But like to give 4 spots to the top, like of the top 20, I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people will argue it's because the judges all have a different opinion, but it's like at that level, though, that the women that make it into that top group in either Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, or even Miss America are like all very excellent caliber competitors. And that's why
Yes.
they're in there. It's not a matter of difference of opinion, to be honest. So, yeah, I
Well,
mean, I
except
don't
for
know.
the 16 appointed title holders, they didn't necessarily compete for that. Those
Oh, yeah, that too. But
As
I
the
mean,
competition was going down, like, I really think, like, a standout for me was Georgia, and she didn't even make the top 5.
oh, she was beautiful. I didn't watch the competition because
She was
yeah.
beautiful, and let me tell you, when she came out in her gown, the audience was like, like, you heard it.
Yeah. I saw the pictures and the clips of her and I was like, "Okay. All
Yeah,
right."
Georgia. Oklahoma looked like she was ready for Miss Universe. The girl who won, out of the top 5, her and Texas were the 2 that I thought would do really well at Miss Universe out of what we were given for top 5. But I'll be honest, Oregon won me over with the onstage question.
What was her on-stage question?
She had something about AI, and it was just compared to the girl the night before, like, it was very well done. And basically, like, leave our creativity alone, and kind of like, there's other things you can use AI for. Like, for example, she would love for her laundry to be automated, but when it comes to like being creative and, like, even down to like using models, AI models now, that's what they're doing, and they're avoiding paying
Mhm.
humans for those projects. It's
Yeah.
all over the place, and I loved the answer, but also, what I loved about her was that I think she's in her 40s. She has 4 kids, married, and I loved her. But at the same time, I'm like, would they have ever crowned her because of that whole Anne controversy? Like, we're going to let them do well, but they're never going to win at Miss Universe, right? Like, they
Yeah.
have her on film saying that. So was that what happened? Like, they let her get far. They let people have hope that she could do well, and then like she was definitely the fan favorite.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that is an interesting I mean, because I remember when I saw the post that she, had won at her state pageant, I was like, "Okay, good for you, girl, go ahead." And then I was thinking too, I'm like, "Ooh," like, because again, you never like, obviously, she's a beautiful woman, like, she has the poise and everything but it's also, like, at the same time, it's like, did they push her up? And I'm not saying that she was any less like, that she didn't truly win, I'm not saying that, let me set the record
Well, she
straight.
was appointed, wasn't
But
she? She was appointed.
no, I thought she's competed. Let me
I
look it
thought she
up.
competed at California and got first runner up and then was appointed.
We're talking about Texas, right?
I'm talking about Oregon.
Oregon, I'm sorry, I thought we were talking about Miss Texas,
Texas
because Miss Texas,
Texas
I think, is also older as well.
Texas reminds me of Crystal Stewart.
Yeah, I loved her. Hold
Yeah,
on.
she was beautiful to look at.
Wait a minute. It says Miss Oregon USA right now is Shayla Montgomery. That doesn't sound correct.
It's not correct. That was from last year.
Okay, this
I
must be an old
believe the
account.
one that is in the position right now was I think she was appointed.
Yeah, because this is saying that Yep. Shantea McIntyre was first runner-up at Miss California USA 2025 and then crowned
Yes.
Miss Oregon. So whoa, that was loud.
I was a big fan of hers. Like the confidence that radiates off that woman. I wish she would come to IUM.
She looks so familiar. I feel like she's been on like America's Next Top Model or something.
I feel like she's done other pageants before. Like I feel like she's like a long time pageant person.
Interesting.
A couple of our moms seem to know who she was, so I don't know. I don't know her, but I liked her. Big fan.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought we were talking about Texas. I'm sorry.
Texas is beautiful, and I got to see her. I don't like her gown choice for finals. You know who else is gown choice? Because I think this woman is so beautiful. She walked out in the first time I've ever seen her in person was during the opening number. That was my first time seeing her in person. I've watched her on the internet, but Florida. And then she came out.
Oh yeah, Lou.
Yeah, in that red, white, and blue gown.
Honestly, I kind of liked it. I thought it was
a mix between a popsicle and an Avenger.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. I think she's also just like stunning and she walks so elegantly.
She is.
I didn't mind it, honestly, but I didn't also see it in person. I just saw like, again, photos and clips from after the fact. I didn't think it was bad.
I think that's what
I also didn't see it. I also didn't see it compared to like everybody else's gown because I only again saw bits and pieces, so I can't really say for certain a full opinion of like, it was up to the caliber of the standards because I just saw her and a couple other people.
Yeah, it was just very costumey. Like it was like red, white, and blue. Miss USA. It was like too costumey, in my opinion. Nevada as well. I could have done without that giant cape on that dress.
I should have brought up like photos, like a little carousel wheel, because I have no clue.
She's the one who has alopecia.
Yes, I did love her though.
I wish she would have like even for the like on stage question when she was like, we're in my case bald. Rip it off, girl. Like you the whole evening gown, like you went viral for going out there with literally just like I don't know what you would call it, but her head was bedazzled. I don't know what you would call it. Skull.
It was like just like a headpiece kind of thing.
That was so moving, and the amount of little girls that look up to her who are in the same situation. And then she goes out and, I mean, don't get me wrong, she looked beautiful, but like I would have just like, if she was like, or in my case, bald, boom.
Yeah. Mic drop.
Yeah. So you just, I don't know. It was interesting. Definitely the top people in the audience were literally like, I wish I could record the audience reactions. People were like, what? And then as they were calling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, people were like, what? And I liked the winner. So let the record show. I really like her. I really liked her, but
yeah.
The person sitting behind us was like, are you as confused as I am? And I'm like, for some of that, yeah, 100%.
What were the onstage questions like? Were they
not bad? Not bad. The AI one was definitely the one that I didn't like. You couldn't understand the guy asking the question for like the first part of his question. He had a very thick, he was the guy from Dancing with the Stars. He had an accent. So I felt bad for the girl getting asked the question because it was like, what did you say? But she got it. And it was like, give me one sentence. And that's not fair. Give me one sentence about what you would say to AI, to whatever the question was. And she was like, she gave the sentence, but then elaborated. And I was like, good job. Because that was like setting her up for failure. Beyond that, I thought the questions were fine. I didn't hate the questions. I think the most difficult one went to Oregon for sure. But they all handled, I thought the answers were way better than what I've, like competition wise, it was great. And you can definitely tell that the people because the way that they did it this year, they kept the interview score and like wiped everything else clean. So the interview still had
that's nice.
Yes. And you can tell that these girls like definitely did well in the interview room.
Yeah. I like that concept because again, it's like, that is the most important part. And it's like, how do you, because like I never understood that of the whole recompete in any system that does it, of like how you're going to just wipe out the score that matters the most, of like these judges building a rapport with these contestants and getting to know them on a personal level, if it's one-to-one or if it's a panel style interview. Like I don't understand how you just like disregard that. Obviously I know that's what got them there, but it's like that should be the most important part of this whole thing, because you need people that can talk to other people and are approachable and can hold a conversation, network for your organization to grow. Like that's quite literally the point. So I never understood that. So I'm glad to hear that they did keep that in play and just redid the, on-stage scores. I also thought I did want to bring this up because I thought it was very, very well thought on Tom's part of just thinking of this piece of it all. Noelia posted a video on her Instagram, I think it was yesterday or the day before, a video of her walking down the hallway with her Miss USA crown on, not the original, but obviously when she relinquished her title, she had to return the crown and banner, which she, put in her post was probably the, one of the tougher parts of the decision for her, because she wouldn't have that as memorabilia to show her kids or just to have as a memory for the rest of her life. And Tom had her banner and crown remade and duplicated or replicated so that he could present it to her at the competition this year as a way to appreciate and, remember her year of service as Miss USA. So I thought that was very, very thoughtful of him to do and to even think to do that. So 2 points for you, Tom.
Yes. The only other thing I did not like, now that you say that, is because Alma didn't show up to crown. And I get...
Yeah, I am to know the full story on that, because from what I read, it sounded 50-50 of it, whether or not that was her choice or if that was a lack of invitation and feeling welcome. I don't know. It was all very weird to me, the post that I was seeing surrounding that, because Tom obviously made a statement from the Miss USA organization of how they have reached out to her team, whatever it said, like, we've reached out and we would love to have her with us. And then obviously she didn't end up showing up. Didn't end up going, let me rephrase, not showing up, because we don't know, again, if it was a matter of not truly being invited or if it was a matter of like contractual things, like who knows what it was at that point of what happened and why she wasn't there. But yeah, you never know. I feel like it would have, I feel like it has to be some type of like contract thing or something to do with like the old leadership and before this one took over, because like,
her.
Right, it could, that's what I'm saying, like it could have been a matter of that, because like I feel like there wouldn't be a reason for them not to have her there. Like, if anything, they would want to make a, not a stand, that's not the right word to use, but like, you know what I mean? Like, they would want to make a statement of like, we are here to support the women that are vying for the title. Like, I feel like that's not something, based on then seeing Tom doing that for Noelia and, making sure that she gets her flowers too and is recognized for her year. Like, I don't foresee that being something that he prevented from happening. And that's not, like, I feel like that's not the reason why she didn't show up.
Like they did for Addie, except after she gave up her title, they shoved her in the back.
Yeah, that I don't understand.
But I will say, the video, I do like that they played a video for her. However, and it was funny because our little ones, I'm not going to say which little one because I'm not throwing anyone under a bus, but she's like, did she die? Because the way that it was like a in memoriam.
Yeah,
she literally she turns to me and she goes, did she die?
I have a feeling I know who that little one is, and I'm not going to say who it is, but I have a feeling I know who it is, and that's hilarious because I'm hearing it in her voice.
Yep.
Okay.
But that's what it felt like. And I don't know with the live stream, because I obviously was in person, so I didn't need to watch the live stream, but yeah.
Yeah, seems like I would love to get everyone else's thoughts on this. Maybe we'll post a poll along with this of what everyone's thoughts are on how it went and what they saw. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still curious to see what happens over the next season or year of the current Miss USA and what she gets to do, what opportunities she's presented with in this position, and the same for the Miss Teen USA as well. I'm curious to see what unravels here as far as like the next step for Tom's leadership and his team of taking this over full force now. Now that the big event is over, they can focus on making sure that they rebuild the system properly based on what everyone is expecting of him and what promises he has put out there already about where this organization is headed. So hopefully this is, this was the bumpy start because of all of the, urgency around getting everything squared away. I really hope that that's not a foreshadowing of what the year is going to be like, of just like chaos and figuring out as we go. But I mean, you are going to have to figure it out as you go, because this is all new to them. But at the same time, I'm really hopeful still that this will turn out to be everything that he has said it's going to be.
Bleep this, but I just want your facial expression to be in the video. So I'm going to tell you something that I found out while I was there too. Okay. We got a message from the tell me why she invited this girl to Miss USA and didn't even get her tickets, and then the girl had to buy them herself.
What?
So if that's any, you can put this back in. If that's any idea of what it is we're dealing with leadership-wise, that's a little concerning.
Jesus.
Yeah,
the wheel.
Like, I have the message. Like, I was literally like, what the heck?
God. I just wish people would be in pageants for the right reason again, because like this is getting so old. Guys, I'm too tired of this, Grandpa. I mean, everybody is just in it for money. Like, good God, people, find another hobby to make money off. Get another job. get another job. It
Yet
irritates
they were
me.
giving out tickets for free to anyone in the casino who wanted to come.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Well, because it has to look good. It has to look good because that, that publicly is like, oh my gosh, look at this. But at the same time, I also kind of feel like that looks desperate of like, we can't have everybody, like, we couldn't fill our event, so we're going to give it out to anybody and anybody that will come.
This was 6 minutes after show started. Hold on, let's see if I can get the. Hold on.
I see it. It's empty.
Yeah, completely. But I did like a whole 360 and you can see. Oh, here. So they were like 6 minutes after the show was supposed to start.
Oh, so it started late too.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big stickler for that.
Well, we'll see. I'm curious. It was cool that Mackenzie got to be one of the press people, though. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. And the Miss USA did a phenomenal job. I can't imagine you just competed for a week. You were up early, you're to bed late, you're competing, you're exhausted, you finally win.
I mean, just pure adrenaline probably kept her going at that point.
Yeah, she handled that presser so well. Well done to her, because literally they were trying to give her like water in between. This poor girl was, I'm like, oh. And now she's literally leaving for Miss Universe.
Yeah, when is that?
It starts I think the girls already started arriving.
Really?
I think it starts on the 2nd.
Why did I think it was in December?
November, girly.
I don't know. Interesting.
They're already because I follow I think it's Emery Jones. I like her. She's a great TikTok personality. But
yeah, no, I'm looking at their Instagram story right now. It's all the contestants in the same spot. So
yeah, I think a lot of them want to get there and like acclimate to the time difference. That's what I would assume. But yeah,
I mean,
literally putting together a makeup kit for Miss USA to go on to Miss Universe, and I was like, dang, that's quick turnaround time.
I mean, it's honestly, it's probably good. Like, I know it's probably tough to keep going with like the exhaustion and all of that, and then have to go to a time change. But at the same time, like you're ready, like you're very well warmed up coming off of a fresh win. Like you're not sitting around practicing in a dance studio for 6 months. Like you're coming fresh off one stage, going to the next one to like keep the momentum going. I think that's at least that's what I would want.
I was trying to think of it in like the perspective of, okay, you know how like freaking exhausted we are after a week of internationals?
Yeah, no, that for sure I would probably pass out.
Like, but like now I have to go
I
to
wouldn't want
my life while all these girls have been preparing for this.
Yeah. I would probably want like maybe a month in between max though. Like I would still want to be like fresh and ready, but that's just me. So yeah, I don't know. I still have a big old question mark over this whole organization.
Yeah, me
at the
too.
moment.
I think someone needs to give Tom media training, because he has so much potential sitting right in front of him. He needs to stop knee-jerk reacting to haters, because guess what? Haters don't matter. At the end of the day, the system,
they're not going to go away.
There will always be someone critiquing you. I've learned that.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a time to just let it go, and there's a time where a response is needed of like shutting it down, especially if it's something like where people start, attacking. But at the same time, yeah. But if it's a matter of just people like poking at you of like what we were doing of like this wasn't done right, like the little stuff, like I get it. There's things that are going to be bumpy. There's no need to respond to things like that. People are going to have their opinions. And like, yes, we all know that you were rushed into this, but at the same time, we're still going to comment on it of that it was like not, I don't know what the right word is, but not efficient or not polished as far as like the event and the production level goes.
Well, now you have a year to get it together.
So I'm saying
he's really going to show his character and his and the vision of the organization. Like you have a year to get it together and make it better, because I would love to bring our girls again, but I
want to watch it from the comfort of my couch, to be honest. So if we could stream it, that'd be awesome.
Or have it picked up, even if it's something like, you'd be so surprised what would stream, like even Netflix, like, because it would be,
dude, they used to stream it on Fubo TV. Nobody knows what Fubo TV is. Yeah. But did I get the free trial to watch it? Sure did.
Yeah. So I agree. I would love to. And I think, hopefully with the team that they put in place, it'll get there again. And the other thing too is they promised the new Miss, and I don't remember what they promised the team, but it was another big amount, but $75,000 to the Miss. So I would love to see her actually get that.
Oh, sorry, Aphrodite's right. Come here. She's yelling at me. Come here. Come on. Come on the podcast. I'll cut this. Don't sit there and stare at me. Get up here, Tubbs. Come on. There we go. There's the co-host. Hi, Mama. She wanted to make an appearance. Hello, lady. My sweet girla. You want to be on the pod?
You can be our next guest.
Peace, girl. She's out here yelling at me because I haven't played with her enough today. Sorry. Yeah, I hope she gets that. And I wonder if they're going to give the funds to the other ladies that still need theirs.
See, the thing
What
is,
did she countersue for? Can we talk about that? What did she countersue for? If,
someone
like
just
officially.
posted it. Yeah, someone just posted
I'm
it.
curious. Here's the other pretty little girl.
Oh,
Hi.
please.
Hi, Mama. Come here. Come here. Come here.
I don't think it's his job to pay out what Layla owes. I think Layla should be.
No. The Miss USA organization itself should not be paying funds that she owes personally.
Okay. She's pushing back on allegations, fostering a toxic work environment, bullying and sexual harassment, blah, blah, blah.
Ooh, sexual harassment.
Yes,
Bullying, yes. Sexual harassment's crazy.
are not true. To be clear, such behavior is not accepted. We can assure you that behavior never occurred. Oh, this was for Noelia.
Specifically, she's saying Noelia, she's pushing back on Noelia's, like,
This is an
year of...
older, there's so many articles about her. This is from 2024. Hold on one second. Here we go. I mean, this is just, there's so much. That Heather girl posts about it more. There's like a whole giant lawsuit where she's going back. But they did find her for, like, something about frauding the public. They did, like, a judge did find them for that. That's bad. Yeah, Alma has not been paid. Winners typically earn a 6-figure salary, not anymore. No apartment this year for the winner either. They are getting a car, supposedly. I don't know if it's a lease or just a car. I'm assuming a lease.
Oh, yeah, I would assume a lease.
Yikes, yeah. Yeah, no, that's about the extent of this. Let me see if that lawyer, because she just posted on TikTok, I believe. I forget her. Is it found her? Heather? I thought it was like, is her name Morgan? Her name's Heather. Okay, so they think they're eligible for monetary compensation. Because this girl's suing because of, like, the breach of contract of the North Carolina situation.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Tom didn't appear in court.
Did or did not?
Did not. Sent his lawyer and said that they have sole discretion. It's just like, it's corrupt.
I mean, he also probably had a lot of stuff going on too, trying to get everything together.
Right, and again, I don't think this falls on him. This is
No.
a Layla situation, so I feel bad that he's in the middle of all that. That's unfair.
Yeah, 100%. He should be able to focus on what's in front of him as far as rebuilding what she literally torched.
Yeah.
Torched and burned to the ground.
He makes clear over and over and over again and over again over social media.
As he comments back on every single comment.
Every single negative comment. On every post. It's funny because it pops up. The way that my algorithm pops up, it doesn't show like, oh, congratulations. It shows the negative comment with his comment under it. That's what pops up when I'm just scrolling and minding my own business. I have to see him clapping back to all the haters. That's problematic. You can't do that. I get a lot of times too, the fans will support, like, they'll clap back for you. You don't even need to say anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like, again, everybody knows what circumstances you were handed. Just let them make their comments.
Yes.
You know, what's going to shut them up? I was gonna say, what's going to shut them up is the proof that you're going to do this actually the way that you're saying that you're going to. So that's where you can clap back, is actually doing what you promised. You don't need to comment back to them asking people to give you some grace. Guess what? In this world anymore, nobody gives you grace. Nobody gives you the benefit of the doubt anymore. Like I said, it is the microwave era of Little Caesars pizza, hot, fresh, and ready in less than 30 seconds.
But yeah, lawsuits and scandal and
crazy. I don't know. The whole thing seems a little ridiculous to me at this point. I mean, not ridiculous in the sense of, like, absolutely they should get the money that they earned and deserve. But girl, just give it up as far as, like, trying to fight the allegations that you didn't bully people and, like, say all this crazy stuff. Just own it at this point. Like, yeah, I said it. Just admit it. I mean, there's so much proof of, like, things that you've said and done. Like, just the plain fact that, again, back to the whole NDA thing, like, just the plain fact that you legally bound someone to not talk about their experience says everything that I need to know. So just don't even try to hide it. Just cut your losses. I just don't understand.
I saw that she was the owner last year. I knew.
Yeah, honestly, I can't say that I remember her, to be quite honest. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have anything else that you want to touch on as far as your experience or anything like that.
I mean, we had fun with the girls. They enjoyed watching. They got to meet some cool people that were outside of the like in the lobby area. They got to meet some cool people. Nia Sanchez was there, and I love Olivia.
I love her. You got to meet she's like one of my favorites. I met
Olivia at Fashion Week many a year, maybe like 2017.
I love her.
Me too.
She is one of my favorites. I've never met her. I've met Nia, and I absolutely love her. I think she is literally so sweet. Who else? I met somebody else too that I was like, I'm obsessed with you. Forget who it was. I've met Andrea several times when at Giovanni. I love her. I think she's an incredible, incredible host and public speaker and just person in general. Danny Walker, obviously, we've met with Cheyenne and we love her. And I would love to meet Noelia. She seems also like a great person. I really great things about the three of them
They were great.
hosting together, and everybody said they were the best part of the event. So
Yes.
I love Olivia Jordan though, queen.
I met her at New York Fashion Week for Sherry Hill. That's when Diane and Company gave me the front row seat. What I like about her and what I like about Danny Walker is like when you talk to those people, they are so focused in on you and they make you feel like the only person in that room. They make you feel important. And that to me, you have all of my respect if you're that type of person, especially in the position that you're in with all these people that look up to you. Like they make you feel important and that says more about your character than anything else. So crown her moment to those two, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah, and if you have also any of our viewers that want to share your opinions on Miss USA, I will add it to a poll on our Instagram. You can drop your thoughts and let us know what you think, or you can also send us an email if you've got a lot of topics that you want to cover on Miss USA and your thoughts and opinions, and you want to send it in an email if you've got that much to share, or a DM. But I'll put up a poll of everyone's thoughts of, met the mark or missed the mark as far as the Miss USA production, and we'll see what everybody else has to say. So it's not just our opinions.
Yeah.
So Tom can clap back at all of us. Tom.
Don't clap back at me. I'm rooting for you, even though.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. So don't clap back at me because I'll clap back again.
Yeah.
But yep. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this year goes for the organization. I hope it does the 180 that it needs to and, gets back on its feet and can build and rebuild the reputation and the respect that comes along with the title and the grandeur of it all. So, yep, that's all I got because I don't really have too many opinions on it because I didn't really pay attention because.
Make sure you're following all of our pages. Instagram, follow us on or subscribe on YouTube, hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we upload a video. It's been a pleasure. We love talking about this stuff. Anything you want us to talk about, send us an email or even DM the Instagram account. Like we're always active.
Send us a DM if you have a topic that you want us to talk about or you have a question that we can talk about here on the pod. But for now, thanks for tuning in to Crownspiracies, where every crown has a story. Again, don't forget to follow, subscribe, and share with your Sparkle Squad. And if you've got a story, question, or crown fashion, send it in. We'd love to hear from you. But for now, we will see you next week under the lights. Keep your head high and your crown higher. Bye.